It is the year 2187, and for once, humanity had finally figured something out. Civilization was thriving. Technology had advanced farther than anyone before us could have imagined, but instead of replacing nature, we learned how to live alongside it. Cities were built around forests instead of over them. Energy systems worked with the environment instead of destroying it. Plants climbed between the glass towers, transportation moved quietly throughout the green streets, and communities had reached a level of balance that generations before us had only dreamed of. Flora became one of the greatest examples of that progress. A city built around the belief that nature and technology did not have to fight for control. Then came August 14th of 2187. The first boom was heard all across Flora without warning. It was deep enough to shake windows and strong enough to bring nearly everybody outside. People stood in the streets looking toward the sky, asking the same question: what was that? There was no storm, no explosion, no aircraft, nothing anyone could immediately explain. But before most of us even understood what had happened, the Threshold Division was already responding. Vehicles moved through the city, areas were restricted, officials arrived with equipment most civilians had never even seen before. For 2 days, rumors spread faster than answers. Then, on August 16th, the meteorite hit. This was when everything changed. People closest to the affected areas started disappearing. At first, we thought that they had been evacuated. Then we heard that they began taking them somewhere by the Threshold Division. Days passed without anyone seeing them. When some of them finally returned, they looked normal. At least, that is what everyone said at first. But they acted differently. Some became distant. Some seemed frightened of things that they refused to explain. And others developed strange habits, sensitivities, instincts, and even abilities. When people asked where they had been, stories began spreading about examinations, locked rooms, constant testing, and being treated less like survivors and more like test subjects. Eventually, the Safeguard Branch intervened. Whatever the Threshold Division was doing had been affecting the survivors and was deemed inhumane, and those being held were quickly released back into Flora. Officially, they were safe. Officially, whatever happened to them was being investigated, but the people returning home were beginning to describe themselves differently. Some people came back saying that they had simply changed. At first, nobody really understood what that meant, but as more people returned, those changes started to form recognizable groups. Some became fairies, with mosswing, sporewing, and frostwing variants. Others became dwarves, with elderstone, wildroot, and sunforge variants. Some returned as dragonborn, either sunscale or starscale, while others became nymphs, known as glowgill and waveborn. And then there were the humans, either wildlands explorers or survivors, who simply remained physically unchanged by whatever had happened. Why one person became a mosswing while another became a sunforge, or why some people never changed at all, is still completely unknown. And this is where your story begins. You are living in Flora, and as all of this unfolds, you are not entering a civilization that had already collapsed. You are watching one of the greatest civilizations ever built begin to realize that something is terribly wrong. Throughout Season 7, new lore will be released approximately every other week, but much of the story will be discovered by you inside the world itself. Documents, classified files, personal journals, council records, abandoned research, and other pieces of information will be hidden throughout the different regions for players to uncover. Your character may investigate them, form theories, build alliances, join groups, and bring discoveries to our lore meetings where players, staff, and the lore council will discuss what has happened and where the story may go next. Your actions can become part of the world, but remember, what you know and what your character knows are two different things. The Threshold Division says the situation is under control. The Safeguard Branch says those affected deserve to return to their lives. The people who came back say they were changed. And somewhere inside Flora sits something that started it all. At least, that's what everyone believes. Welcome to the Cozy Nightz SMP Season 7 lore. And that wraps up the first episode of Season 7 lore. Hi, I'm Ivy Rose and I'm the owner of Cozy Nightz server. Before we end this first episode, I wanted to personally say thank you to everyone who helped make Season 7 possible. There have been so many people working behind the scenes to bring this world together, from our staff team, build team, tech team, lore team, and everyone else who has contributed their time and ideas. It really does take a village to make something like this happen, and Cozy Nightz would not be what it is without all of these people. I also want to give a special thank you to our Patreon supporters who continued supporting the server even when the SMP was offline. That support helped us keep things running and give us the ability to keep working towards this new season. We do have our Patreon supporter cosmetics and other cosmetic perks available as a thank you for those who choose to support the server, but more than anything, I just really appreciate everyone who has stuck with us and believed in what we are building. Our first lore meeting is currently planned for September 5th, although that date is subject to change if needed. During that meeting, we'll be introducing everyone's characters, going over character sheets, doing a quick walkthrough of the main lore rules, and making sure everyone understands how origins, character knowledge, and lore participation will work throughout the season. These lore meetings as well will be recorded and posted for YouTube to keep updated with the lore episodes that we will be releasing. We'll also give everyone some time to talk about their character and the origin they chose. Just remember that once you choose an origin, changing it may be difficult unless a future lore event, transformation, or release gives you the opportunity. Please do note we have a bunch of unreleased origins that are not yet out there, including their name, their type, or anything of that, to prevent any mix-up with the upcoming lore. So if you are interested in something that may be coming up, you are more than welcome to just wait and remain human, or you can choose an origin right now and try to find a way to integrate it with the lore team to kind of change over into something different then, if you want to have your character with that new origin. Anyways, thank you so much for watching the first episode of the Season 7 lore, and thank you for being here with us all at the start of all of this. I'm genuinely so excited to see the characters you all create, the theories, and everything that you guys discover with the lore that we have set up here. I will see you all in Flora, and thank you for joining Cozy Nightz SMP.